like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, y'all getting this real vacation realness. Okay, headscarf, pajamas, but lipstick is still on at all times. Okay, but hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is a review for Bird Box. Everybody kept saying to me, watch Bird Box. You have to watch Bird Box. Can you watch Bird Box and review Bird Box? Bird Box, Bird Box, Bird Box. So here y'all go, okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird. Jaybird. Okay, I'm feeling good, y'all, because why? I didn't have to get up and go to work today. Okay, I got to go tomorrow. I got to go Friday. I got to go back until Wednesday. Okay, anyway. I hope everybody had a great, great, great Christmas or a great Kwanzaa or a great whatever you celebrate. A happy, happy holiday and all that goodness. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. Like, comment, share all that. Yeah, like, comment, share this video. Hit the notification bell to let you know when I have new content. Okay, all the stuff you need to know is in that description box. Shop my Teespring merchandise. P.O. Box, email address, follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. J Lee's Corner with J _Lee's _Corner on IG. Lord Jesus, a mouthful is what I'm going to say. This is a new Fenty Beauty color. I'm trying on all the colors first, and then I'm going to review them all together. So, Bird Box was a movie on Netflix. I mean, I didn't read the book. I didn't know it was a book. Some people say, "Oh, the book was great," which is like the movie or whatever. I didn't read the book, so I don't know. So I can't compare one to the other. It was a movie on Netflix. It stars Sandra Bullock and what's his name? I had the whole people pulled up cast because I couldn't remember. You know, I'm not good at names. If y'all don't know that I'm not good at names, it must be on this phone. I'm not good at names at all, but it stars Sandra Bullock and Trevante. What's Trevante's last name? I was shopping on. This is what happened when I be shopping. I be shopping and stuff, and then everything pop away because it be different shopping things. I'm about to get some more stuff or whatever. Okay, what is Trevante's last name? Trevante Rhodes. Okay, Trevante Rhodes. He was also in Moonlight, but I first knew him when he was on If Loving You Was Wrong, and he played the guy Kelly Like Next Door. Anyway, it stars a whole bunch of people, but it's a movie, right? Let's just go part by part. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can, but not cover everything. This is Mallory. So I'm going to be cut off, just deal with it. Because I don't feel like re-editing pictures. This is Mallory, okay? Mallory is just a white woman who likes to be by herself. She's chilling, but she's a painter. That's her sister in the background. You know, sister's the lady who played, what's her name? Paulson. Sarah Paulson, who's on American Horror Story. So that's her sister. So, but, you know, Mallory's pregnant. And so I'm like, well, okay, she's a pregnant white woman in America. She don't really, you know, she hasn't attached to the baby. And she's far along or whatever, you know, she's showing, she's pops, but she don't really care about the baby. It seemed that she was maybe fucking to her roommate and he got her pregnant and they not together no more. I'm not sure. But I'm like, okay, the movie started off with her in a boat, going to a boat. Talking to two kids, she called boy and girl. I'm like, boy and girl. I'm like, so it's boy, girl, and woman? Because I didn't know her name. I had to watch this movie twice. I watched it once last night, and I had to watch it again today to get the pictures. So it was boy, girl, and woman. Boy, girl, and that's woman. So, you know, it's like, you know, don't take your blindfolds off. You know, don't make a sound. Do what I say, or I'm going to hurt you. I'm like, hurt us? Do we have to go? Can we just stay here? If you're going to hurt us, I don't want to go. I'm like, is these our children? Like, how do we not know that she ain't kidnapped these kids? What's going on here? I'm like, well, damn, I just want to stay home. And I'm like, and the river looks cold. Okay, it looks very, very cold. I didn't get any snapshots of the river because it's a goddamn river. It was what it was. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, now we see Sandra in the boat with two kids and some birds. I'm like, okay, and the birds in some boxes. I'm like, I guess that's why it's called bird box, but I digress. Anyway, her and the sister's like chit chatting or whatever. The sister's like a happy go lucky person. Oh, you're pregnant. It's wonderful. Let's love, 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 love. And then they go to the doctor. So, Mallory at the doctor getting checked out by her obstetrician. And, she's like, well, yeah, you're going to have these babies eventually. Like, the baby going to be born. Like, we put the name yet? Well, like, little Peanut. I'm looking like, well, maybe that ain't a good name. So, she is talking to the doctor or whatever. It's gonna happen, gonna happen, gonna happen. Sister, go get the car. Okay. Now, as they're leaving the hospital, you hear, code something, security. I'm like, what's going on? Like, it's a whole little melee, a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm like, what the hell happened? Now, as they were walking in, they walked past this little regular white woman standing by the window on her phone, smiling and happy and chit chatting. Honey, they come out and Sandra walking. Honey, homegirl going crazy. I'm like, what is she doing? She's banging her head against it. She just bang, bang, bang. I'm like, girl, you gonna break the window of your head? Like, what are you doing? And she looking back at you like, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna die. I want to kill myself. It's how she was looking or whatever. And then she bang, bang, bang. And Sandra like, you know what, girl? I got to go. I gotta go, go, go right now. So Sandra leaves because like, I gotta get up out of here. Something ain't right. Because when they were at home, it was on the news that some kind of weird plague or some kind of weird situation had happened over in a different country, and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people were killing themselves, like 10,000 upon 10,000 of people were just killing it, like just killing themselves for no apparent reason. They ain't know what's going on. But, Sandra them kept on going about their business. And so Sandra realized, okay, this shit is here now. We gotta go, go, go right now. And so she turns to the drive, and as they're driving, people crash into things. It's all this foolishness and this is craziness or whatever. And Sandra like, oh my God, we gotta go somewhere. No, you gotta come to my house. We're gonna be together. It's gonna be fine. She's like, I don't know. Now, the sister driving, okay, Sarah driving. Her name is Sarah. No, her real name is Sarah. Sarah driving, and as Sandra looking in the back, she's like, oh my God, what is that? Says sister, and then sister sees some shit, okay? She sees, look at her face. Look at her face. I'm like, what's she crying for? Why her eyes look like she looks really, really high. Like she just put some heroin, some crack cocaine in her eyeballs. What's going on? I'm like, she looked like she seen some shit. And then she just started driving all crazy, trying to crash the car. And so I'm like, no, not with me in the car. No, stop. She trying to stop her, so they do hit a car and they flip, and they both was fine. But however, sister girl wasn't done. Sister girl climbed out the car and she walks in front of a bus and looks at Sandra and just kills herself. I was like, she just committed suicide. I was like, oh, the humanity, what is going on? It was just, I was like, I'm just Jesus. I wasn't ready. What's going on here, right? So now everyone in the world in the neighborhood is running around because they all trying to run to avoid, because you don't see shit. You don't see shit. You don't hear shit. It's just a whole bunch of explosions and stuff. People just do crashing and killing themselves, like they killing themselves. Like it's not even people trying to kill you. You're killing yourself for no. And you just look like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And that's Sandra running. She's falling and falling and falling because she's pregnant. They knocking her over. And then some other white woman say, we have to help her. She's pregnant. And then it was this man named Douglas's wife. So Douglas's wife go and she's trying to help Sandra. Okay, and she's like, she's pregnant. He's like, you can't help her. Douglas, he was staying. Anyway, so as she's going to help Sandra, Sandra's name is Mallory in the movie. As she's going to help Mallory off the ground, she stopped. She was like, Mom, don't leave me. Mom, where you going? And white woman starts walking away, and she just like look, but it's nothing. She looked up and started talking to herself, and Sandra like, where the fuck is she going? Like, ain't nobody right there. What's going? Not crazy white woman, but white woman just went and walked to a car and got in the car. Now that's not, they may not seem odd. However, the car was on fire. She walked to a car that was on fire, got in it, and as she got in it, she was burning up, and she was just la 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 la, and the husband Doug looking like she went to go and help her, and now she walked into the burning car, and now she dead. This is some bullshit. Some bullshit is afoot. And then we see Tom. Okay, Tom played by Trevante Rose, oh sexy ass, okay, and he helps her into the house, and I'm like, what's going on in here now? What happens next? What happens next? Please let me cover it. They're all in the house, so that's sexy ass time. Okay, that's sexy ass time. I like time. Now there's also what was his name? I told you I'm not good at names. Greg, and that's Greg. So they all at Greg. They at Age and Greg's house. Okay, they at Age and Greg's house, and it's them. No, it's other people there too. See, look, it's another one here. You know what I'm saying? She there too. Now she was running. She was running down the street. Little white woman on the end. She was running because she's in the police academy, and she also ran there as well. So they all. But look at Time. I like Time. Time is amazing. Anyway, so they're all in the house trying to just figure out what's going on. Time is it's a lot of people there. Let's say that it's a white woman there. It's an older white woman. It's a white couple. It wasn't no black people in here except I think Tom may have been one of the only black people. Her doctor was like Middle Eastern, but there were no black women in this movie. I don't know why. Amanda still just mentioned it today, and I'm like, damn, it was, and there were no black women. But I digress. Machine Gun Kelly is in here. He's a white man. So it's people in the house, and they all there trying to figure out what's going on. Lil Rail was there too, so I'm like, at least there were two black men in the house. Lil Rail was there too, and he like, what I'm saying, it's end game. What I'm saying, it's end game. And I'm like, what is that? So, they see like on the news, the president has declared a state of emergency because everybody killing themselves. They're like, don't go outside, stay in the house or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to go outside nowhere. I want to stay in the house too because I don't know what's going on. And Douglas, who do I have a picture? I think I have Douglas's picture. Douglas knew everything this whole movie. Douglas is who you want. You want to have Douglas in an apocalyptic type thing. You want Douglas, you want Tom. You also want Charlie, who was played by Lil Rel. You do also want Mallory. And that's about it, okay? Those are my top people right there. Anyway, Douglas, like him saying, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be letting all the people in here. But I'm like, Douglas, it ain't your house, okay? It's the other man's house. It was Asian man's house. But he like, but Douglas has a shotgun. And he ain't about no bullshit. He's already mad because he just saw his wife kill herself, okay? And he like, and she killed herself. Go and help your ass, Mallory. I'm mad at you. So we see that whole thing. Lil Rel, like I think I know what it is. It's end game. Meaning it's the end of the world. Meaning something is coming to make us all die in one way or the other, whatever. And you look at it and it makes you go crazy. It either brings up your worst fears or your deepest sadness or whatever, and it makes you play off of that. And I'm like, well, you know what? It's pretty true. Sandra bring up how, my sister who was never sad or whatever, not suicidal, she looked at me and I've never seen her look that sad, and she killed herself and she's not suicidal. Tom even says like, well, I saw it too. Not the people think we saw it happen because like 1 minute my guy who was all working and the next minute, what I'm saying, they was killing themselves after they saw something in the sky, and I don't know what. I can't run and I can't hear. So they all were running from it and all winded up here, okay? And then I'm like, well, that's true. And even when Sandra said, like, the woman who was coming to me, the woman, your wife who was the lady, she was trying to help me, and she was helping at first, and then she looked up and was talking to her mom, and here go Douglas. She couldn't have did that. That was my wife. Her mom's been dead for 10 years. So she was talking to the dead because she saw some shit. So at this point, it's been a couple days, and they're all still in the house or whatever, and they're like, we have to kind of figure out what's going on, and they run out of food, okay, because they need food. Now the whole movie is not even, because from the preview it seemed like it's about her on this river, and watching the movie, the most of the movie is not them on the river. Most of the movie is leading up to the river. Okay, let's just say that. So I'm not really going back and forth with the river scenes and these scenes too much. Okay, so they in the house running out of food or whatever, and then they hear knock, knock, knock at the door. Please help me. Please help me. And Tom, sexy ass. I just want a good picture of Tom, y'all. Ain't he cute? Ain't he handsome? Okay, that's my type. Anyway, so, well, he's one of my types. Tom is oh so nice. Okay, Tom saw Mallory in the street. He wanted to help. Tom is a helpful person, okay? That's just what he does. He helps. He's helpful. We love men like Tom. We wish there were more men like Tom. Okay, so Tom opens the door. Tom, will you over here? Tom opened the door because the woman is outside saying she's pregnant and she's, she needs help. And, I'm saying, what am I supposed to do? I need to figure out what to do. And here comes, oh, did I get her picture? I don't think I got her picture. And I don't feel like pulling it up. But, let me see if I can find it. No, I couldn't. And I think, the system acting stupid. It deleted all my pictures off. Okay, now I'm back. And the picture's still there. But, yeah, so Tom, little sexy ass, decides that he gonna go ahead and do something. He opens the goddamn door. And what do we have? Olympia. Olympia. This bitch. Look, Olympia reminds me of Sansa from Game of Thrones when she loved Joffrey. Okay, oh my god, he's amazing, and she fucked around and got her daddy killed. So that's who Olympia is to me. Somebody who means well but is dumb and doesn't know what she's doing and fucks around and just messes everything up. So Olympia gets there and, they let her in because she's pregnant. And I'm like, oh, she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm doing October. What about you? Because she's pregnant and so is Mallory. And, Douglas like, oh, now we're the goddamn maternity ward. It's like, he's so mean. I just want to leave Tom's picture up there for a little while because he's just so cute. Anyway, so, from there, they let her in, okay? Before they let her in, though, they do make her cover her eyes because they realize what's happening because they're seeing things. So, one, you can't come in here unless your eyes are covered, and also you have to cover, anything before you cover it so we can't see nothing, too. Okay, so make sure that all that shit is covered. And so she come in, she doesn't look sick or whatever, and they let her in. I'm looking like, all right, we'll stay out there. So they then say, okay, I'll take this picture now. I mean, he looks so cute. They then figure out they're going to, well, no, not they. What's his name? The Asian man who house they at. He says he wants them to think about possibly wanting to look at the people or look at the stuff like through a camera because his house has cameras surrounding it, so he feel like he can, because it's not looking directly at it, you know what I'm saying, because it's like a pixelated, it's a picture thing, that it won't affect them. And Douglas like, no, we shouldn't do that, that's a bad idea, we shouldn't do it. And he's like, oh, it's fine, someone just has to do it, so I'll do it. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. So he has them tie him up so that he can't get loose, and he's gonna sit in his office and watch the cameras. And he sits there whatever he's watching cameras. He's like, because I'm not seeing it through the naked eye, but it's gonna be fine. So it'll be okay. And we have to try something because we're running out of food. And maybe if we can see what's out there, we can avoid seeing it. And I'm like, well, okay, I mean, it's a good idea, but I don't know. So, while he up there doing that, they all down there talking and doing just, chit-chatting or whatever. I don't care much about the little chit-chat. I know it was, Mallory and Tom are being friendly. Machine Gun Kelly and White Girl being friendly. They fucking in the gang. They fucking in the laundromat. Not the laundromat. In the washroom or whatever. It was what it was. But, while he's up there watching the cameras, we see he starts to see it, okay? And as he like, oh, I done fucked up now. Because his eyes change his colors, you know what I'm saying? And then he trying to kill himself. And they hear him like ruffling around up there, and they run upstairs, and he's trying to get loose to kill himself. So he's like hitting his head against the desk, and he gets loose, and he knocks himself onto like a desk, and he bleeds out, and he dies. And they're like, oh crap, he watched the thing, he's dead. So they kill the camera feed. It was smart. So now he's dead. And all he saw was like a dark shadow, like something flying over, and the leaves, being in circles or whatever. I'm like, Lord Jesus. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, they like, we gotta get some food or whatever. We gotta get some food because we have to eat something. And in the meantime, in between, Sandra on the river, she like 15, 13 hours in or whatever, a whole bunch of hours. Kids, don't open your eyes. We cold. And then we hear a voice, little girl, little boy, little woman, you can take your blindfolds off. I can help you. I'm looking like, where the fuck is he coming down the river? Like, where he at? And he like just standing in the middle of the river. I'm like, he has to be tall, okay, because the river is kind of tall. Anyway, she's like, don't take your blindfolds off. Don't take your blindfolds off. Don't take your blindfolds off. And he kind of gets to the boat, like, take your blindfold off. You have to see it. She's like, no, 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 help me, help me. Well, she's not saying help me, but she's fighting him off. And she ends up grabbing a knife that she had in a machete. Okay, a machete that she had in the thing, and she starts swinging it and hitting him, and she cuts him. He dies too. She cut him, and he was like, "You have to see it. Everyone has to see it. It's amazing." And he kind of drowns himself. So I'm like, Lord Jesus. So at this point in time, they figure out they're out of food, and Charlie then said, "You know what? I know what's the food at, okay? Lil real. I know what's the food at. I locked up the market, so I got the key. Y'all can go, whatever." And they like, well, no, you need to go to. Like, no, 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 no. I told y'all about the food. Y'all can go. All y'all need to know, y'all can get there. Y'all can read. If it say cereal aisle, it say milk aisle, you can figure it out for yourself. They're like, no, no, no. We need you to go. He said, shit. Okay, shit. So they decide to black out the windows of the car. And they said, we black the windows out. We can't see. So that's one thing. They're like, yeah, but how you gonna get there? Okay, GPS. Because GPS, you put in the address for the store, boom, you can get there. And, so they like, okay, fine. So it was Tom, Mallory, white girl who was having sex with Machine Gun Kelly, Charlie, who, was Lil Rayo, and then Douglas, who said, I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm like, sometimes it isn't. And as they're driving, they can't see that they keep running over stuff. They're like, oh, it's just a speed bump. It's just a speed bump. Ain't that me got that speed bump? No, they run over people, dead people. Okay, smushing and smushing and smushing, just people. Okay. So as they driving, the GPS is like, there's something in front of you, there's something beside you, avoid this, avoid that. And then soon enough, it's like it's something all around you. And honey, they was like, what's going on? What's going on? Honey, look at this. Look at Charlie's face. Charlie like, I ain't for this bullshit. Let me out, let me out, let me out. They're like, no, calm down. My face cut off, don't worry about it. Calm down, calm down. Because they see a shadowy figure flying over the car. So we know it's a flying animal, creature, whatever, or whatnot. But again, they in the blacked out car, so they're okay. Okay, and then Tom like, fuck it, we gonna gun it. And he just drives really fast and gets him to the market. And it was like, you have arrived. And I'm like, really, really have. So we see that whole thing. So they're in the market basically. And you know what I'm saying? It's ton of food there, whatever. And they just, shopping in aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. They're just shopping all over, getting this different stuff, getting tissue and food and wine. And Sandra found some birds, so she got some birds, okay? And as they're standing around, Douglas like, you know what, we should just stay here. And they're like, we can't just stay here. He like, why not? There's tons of food. We can lock the doors, and we can be here for a while. Like, we should just be here. And Mallory is like, no, 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 no. We need to go back, and we can't leave everybody else. Then they start hearing something. And they start hearing like a knock, 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 knocking. Don't come knocking at my door. Okay, and I'm like, what's that? Who is it? Charlie then realized Fish Fingers, as they call him, is a worker at the place, is locked in a room. And he's like, help me get out. They tricked me in here, whatever. Help me. And Tom, good old Tom, wants to open the door. I'm like, Tom, ain't you tired of opening doors? Anyway, Tom opens they attempt to open the door. And then he's like, wait, who was they? Who tricked you and how you still alive? And he keeps pushing the door and pushing the door. And he's like, let me out. You have to see. You have to see. And here go Fish Fingers. Fish Fingers crazy ass trying to make them all see. He come trying to bust out the door. And they trying to hold the door. And, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? No. No. What's going on? Because he trying to get through. And the whole time Charlie like, oh my God, what are they doing? Shit, he gonna get us. And Charlie saves the day. Charlie sacrificed himself. I don't cut off. He sacrifices himself to push Fish Fingers back in so that, the rest of them can survive. And now I'm like, oh, Charlie, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurt my heart trying to see you sacrifice yourself, but for the greater good, for the greater good. And then when he runs, and that's all this is happening, the birds are going crazy. So the birds will notify you when something is afoot. Okay, so they need them birds. And him in there, um, you hear like a knife or something, and then you see a whole bunch of blood just spill out on the floor, and they like, damn it, Charlie gone. But then they realize Charlie gone, but Fish Fingers is alive, and they still hear him knocking on the. They're like, how is he still alive if he just opened his eyes? Like, what's going on? And they can't figure that part out. So at that point in time, they back at the house or whatever, chillaxing. We do see, white girl who was said she was a cop, and white Machine Gun Kelly dude who was having sex in the laundry room, steal the blacked out window car and left them there, and probably went back to the supermarket. We don't know what happened to them. I hope they got their eyes open. I hope some birds ate their eyeballs out because they was wrong as hell to steal the car and leave them there. But that was their only means to get back and forth to the market to get food for themselves. Use some punk ass people if you ask me. Anyway, we then see where the bullshit happens. Okay, it's late at night. Okay, and it's just Olympia ass opens the door for somebody. For this motherfucker. Okay, this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here. This is Gary. Gary gets there and he said, you know what? I was, first of all, Chandler Bullock had the gun out. Like, bro, what you doing? What you doing here? Check him out. Let's see what's gonna go. So, Tom checking him out to see what's going on. Douglas coming in like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who let him in the house? Olympia did. He's like, are you a fucking simpleton? We are not to let people in the house. We can't keep doing that. Every time we let somebody in, somebody dies. Like, we should not let them in. Like, what the fuck is you here for? Oh, I'm a doctor. We went to another house who was waiting out there, and some crazy people from the mental institution came in, and they forced us all to go outside. They was forcing us one by one to open our eyes, and one of the other people knocked them over. We all just ran for it, and I've been running to doors and doors and doors. Y'all the first door opened up. Douglas like he needs to get the fuck out. He's lying. We don't need him here. I don't know you, but I wish you well. Get the fuck out. He like anybody who don't agree with me, you can get the fuck out too. And then old white woman who had been there, and I forgot she was there. She hit Douglas in the head and knocked him out. And they locked Douglas up. They're like, we can't send him out there to die. Okay, so we need Douglas to calm down. Calm down, and we're gonna kind of work this thing out. So at this point in time, we then see both Mallory and Olympia go in labor. Now, when both women are in labor, I'm like, what's going on? So we see, Douglas is locked in the room. He can't get out. And Tom and the old white woman are now helping Mallory and Olympia had their kids. And now Douglas realized, what the fuck is Gary doing? Now, Gary at the couch, and this fool pull out all these drawings he drew. You see this shit? Y'all see this shit? He drew the monsters, and we realized Gary's a monster seer, okay? He is a crazy person, and he keeps drawing what he sees, which means he's seen the people. He don't need a blindfold. He's trickery afoot, okay? And I'm like, bitch, what's going on here? So he downstairs drawing shit. He didn't put the birds in the freezer because he know the birds can sense when they're around, because he knows he's an all-knowing follower of these things and whatnot. And again, Mallory and Olympia just giving birth. Now, when Tom come downstairs, look, Douglas say he's crazy. Gary is crazy. He put the birds in the freezer and let me out, get the shotgun. And he took the birds out the freezer, and then Gary knocked them out. We then realize Gary's crazy. Okay? He's crazy, azy. And Gary has crazy eyes. Okay? Gary has crazy eyes. And, Tom is knocked out. So Gary then opens the garage to where Douglas is to make Douglas be forced to see. And Doug's like, you motherfucker, we let you in. Why are you doing this? And that's his crazy ass Gary looking at him like whatever. He go upstairs and he sees both babies are birthed. Oh, let me see the babies. Oh, they're beautiful. They're wonderful. Oh, they should see it all. And Sandra looking like, what's going on downstairs? What's happening? She knows some shit is afoot. He then starts opening the windows and shit. And then she's like, no, 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 no. So Sandra covers herself and the baby under the cover. Olympia looks. Old white woman don't look. She got her eyes closed. So Olympia is looking and she's seeing shit. Okay, she's seeing what's going on, and she's about to get up and kill herself. And so Sandra like, no, give me your baby for a minute. Just give me your baby. And in a moment of sanity, Olympia gives Mallory the baby, and then Olympia asks, boom, plops out the window, straight like straight Ralph Digney from The Simpsons. Just boom, 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 and just jump. I'm like, Lord Jesus. He then Mallory takes her both babies and puts them under the cover because again, just leave me the fuck alone. Dude, Gary then grabs old white woman and forces her to look. Old white woman then stabs herself in the neck with some scissors. I say, Lord Jesus. And then it's about to be a fight. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? But luckily, Tom is awoke. He gets up, he comes, and he kills the dude. He kills him, he dead or whatever. And now it's just him, Mallory, and two kids. Okay? I mean, talk about crazy. But at least not Douglas, and Douglas dies too. He's stabbed by Gary. So it's a bunch of shit that goes on. And then the end of it, it's just them 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? So it's 5 years later. The kids are older. I had another picture of them too, I think. The kids are older. They're a couple together or whatever. He looks amazing naked. I'm saying he looks amazing. And they have a whole little family. Like they have a whole little family and it's just them. And they're surviving. They're walking around blindfolded. She's teaching them survival skills. It's the whole thing or whatever. And, they were laying in bed and they get a call from the little walkie-talkie, and someone's like, is anyone there? We have refuge here. There is safe here. You have to come by boat on the river. Someone will eventually have to look. So if it's you're gonna need more than one person. You probably can't make it with kids. And when you get here, just follow the sound of the birds. The birds will lead you to us. And so they're planning to leave. So when they're planning to leave, they're leaving or whatever, and then here comes some crazy people. Who have, she said to them earlier, like, I hear more of them who are riding around and not blindfolded. They're looking for people to turn, or people just to kill themselves, basically. And they're like, okay, we have to go to this sanctuary thing. We have a boat to get to the river. We've, made a path for ourselves. They have, like, rope. They'll walk blindfolded and get to certain places or whatever. Like, they just living a regular life, but still also hiding, too. So when they're at this new house looking for food and they're all together on their way to get to this boat or whatever, these crazy people show up. And then he tells Mallory, look, go out the back door. Tom does. Say, go out the back door. I'll distract them, and then you go. I love you so much. And gives her like the necklace on his neck that his father, somebody gave him from before. Because they were a little family, okay? And then he is outside like, what y'all want? Okay, what y'all want? Looking all good, looking like he want to, a good black man. And then she's like trying to leave with the kids because they're trying to, say the kids. He has a thing where he like, we've been together for these 5 years. You still call them boy and girl. You have a name. You need to be a mother to them. They need to feel love and protection. You can't keep treating them like, they're nothing. Where he's trying to nurture them and be the caring one, and you can tell how they love him and they kind of fear her. Not that she's gonna beat him, but she's not motherly. So before they left, he said to her, you have to love them. They're your children. You have to love them or whatever. So to see him sacrifice himself was like, oh, the ultimate sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice. Okay, and he looked good doing it, don't he? Yes, he does. Anyway, so as she's walking to get away, he's there too, right? So he hears one of the dudes say, there's a woman and two kids there, which makes him start shooting. Boom, boom, boom. He's shooting them, and he shooting them like blindfolded. And the crazy part is, one of the crazy people, they had a hook saying like, take your blindfold off, and from a distance they would put the hook into the face and take, so you wouldn't even know that your blindfold was gonna be taken off. I'm like, these are crafty devils. Anyway, he ends up getting shot too. So once he gets shot, he's like, well, damn it, I can't fight them shot and hurt and blindfolded. He makes a decision and he takes his blindfold off because he needs to see them, to kill them, to make sure Mallory and boy and girl get safe. Oh, so he makes a whole decision, and he takes his blindfold off. So, his eyes change colors or whatever. He had a whole moment of just, it was just so beautiful. I had another picture, but I'm like pulling it up, and this is with him when he's already taken over, he's going crazy, but he had the last moment of clarity, turns the gun and shoots the last gunman who's going after Mallory and the kids, and he kills them, and then he kills himself. No, but they didn't show us him shoot himself, but when you hear the gun go off, and then you see Mallory stop and wait and listen to see, if there's any movement, and there's nothing, she realizes, damn, he just killed himself and killed them all to save us. And she was in love, so she was crying. She was oh so sad or whatever. Oh so sad. And then they on the boat. So this was them leading up. So on the boat, they was on the boat, just drifting, and she knew the whole time that someone would have to look, and it could not be her. And she said to the kid, like, someone's gonna have to look because I can't look. If I looked, and I can't row. And then her son, because the son was hers, the girl was Olympia's. Her son says, I'll look, and she says, no, I choose to look. And the little girl looking like, well, damn, there's only two of us here. So if you say no to him, that means it's me. What's going on here? And she's like, I'll choose. So then it's later on, and it's just, now it's time for her to choose. And she's like, someone has to look. And the girl says, I'll look. And she looked so sad. So sad. Because Sandra was just not nice to either of them, really. But she was just like, because the little girl, when Sandra like went on the water, they was on the water trying to get some food or whatever, because the bags got knocked in the water and all this stuff. And when Sandra went missing, the little girl went looking for her, and she got like, "Don't come looking for me. If you can't find, if I'm not here, you run for your life. You save yourself. You listen to me." And she was just being like mean about it. So she look at 5. She's like, okay, I'll save myself. It was sad. So once they at the little river pass or whatever, Sandra falls and she can't find them, and they can't find her, and the trees is whistling and the things is talking to them saying, take your blindfold off. Don't take your blindfold off. Don't take your blindfold off. Listen to my voice. But they hear her voice in their head saying, take your blindfold off. Because again, the thing is, some things make you hear things to see them to make you kill yourself. And that's the whole thing. And the only people who it didn't happen to was people who are criminally insane. Or whatever. So she then said, y'all are my children. I love you guys. I'm sorry I wasn't nicer. Like Tom. It was a whole little sad moment. And then they get to the place, and they get in there, and they realize they're at a school for the blind. So the man who called them named Rick. I said, who Rick? Like in The Walking Dead, Rick? What's going on? But Rick opens the door. He's like, oh, Mallory? Okay. And when she gets there, like, y'all can take your blindfolds off. And she does. It's a sign that says, school for the blind. And, let me see what yeah, they make it. And now it's in. And then when she gets to the doctor, who was her doctor all them years ago, is there too. And then she gives the kids names. She names the little girl Olympia. I don't know why, because Olympia was the reason they got killed. And she names the boy Tom, which was very, very cute, because Tom was a great person. And it goes off. So, I mean, that's what it was. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner.
He's like love, love, love.